Hey, how are you? Happy Friday. Hope you've had a good week. Say hi if you jump on. I'll see if anyone's around. I was just doing a bit of work and I thought I'd jump on and say hi. And just wanted to share something with you. Actually, just had to go pick something up and I was good actually to take my car for a run. I was thinking, haven't been anywhere for a week or so. So I thought, it'd be good to get out for a little bit. Hey Norma, how you going? Say hi if you jump on. Hope you're well. Hope you're surviving and coping okay. We're a couple of weeks into this now. Let me know how you're going below. Hey Kirsten, hey love, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hey Robin. Hey Mrs. Jones, how are we? Say hi. Hashtag replay if you rewatch. I really shouldn't wear strapless tops, should I? I have a permanent, hey Kirsten, I have a permanent racerback singlet marks. I should only wear them when I've actually got a tan going on. Anywho. Happy Friday, love. Hope you're well. So what I wanted to... Hey, Lindsay, how are you doing? So what I wanted to talk about today was... It's just based around stress, and I wanted to use... And, I'm really grateful for the work that I've done for myself to minimise stress. I'm actually considering the situation. Hey, Robin, how you doing? With what's been going on and, with business and... I feel really calm. I won't tell you how nice it is up here at the moment. It started to get a bit cooler, and then now it's actually like summer again. I'm really grateful because I am able to go out for a little bit of a walk and keep the social distancing where I am, and just even being able to sit out in my out on my deck. I'm really grateful that with this isolation that I do have the nice weather. So I'm not. How is it down your way anyway? Is it all right down there? Hey Beck, how you going? So what I was saying was just around stress, and I actually considering what's going on and all the tools and techniques that all my mentors and coaches that I've invested my time into over the last 5-6 years. I am so grateful for that. I am able to stay really calm throughout these very challenging and what can be really stressful times. And I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and we have weekly calls. We're one-on-one clients, one-on-one client. She's with mine, and we chat on a weekly basis and have a coaching call. And the coaching calls can go in many ways. And say hi if you're jumping on. Let me know how you're going. And these calls it's what the client actually needs and requires at that point in time. And this client she's a teacher, she's a mum, she's a wife. Hey Emily, how you going? She's a wife. She's actually studying, doing a I can't think of what it was called. It was a bachelor or something, but it's a pretty intense course that she's actually studying. And she yesterday, because it's so stressful with her being a teacher and being at school, and there's that transition of going from teaching the kids at school, and the parents are so it's so new for them and are very stressful times. And I suppose there's two things here that I want to talk about is, if you do have kids and the transitioning to getting the kids at home, it is such a big change for you guys, but also keeping in mind thinking about how that impacts the actual teachers as well, because the teachers are doing their best to be able to help and support you, the technology, all that kind of stuff, and they've still got their kids at school and the ones are at home. So just a bit of a friendly reminder, just, thinking about those teachers as well that are doing their best to be able to still give that service and, help your kids as much as possible, because your kids are, what they really want the best for. But the point of this, kind of message is, hey Karen, hey Emily, for this message is actually she's been been quite stressful for her, but over the weeks we've been working on so many things for her, and how that she can stay as calm and healthy as she can throughout this stage, because she can't control everyone around her. The other teachers are stressed, and the principals are stressed, and the parents are really stressed because they're not sure of how to do things. Hey Rach, hey Jenny, and it's such a big impact all around, and the energy levels are there's negative energy around. And when she got on the call, she was quite, you could feel the energy, and that she was, quite so much, her mind was so busy, and she said, I'm actually, this week I'm feeling quite stressed. The other days I hadn't been feeling stressed, other weeks. And so I provided that space for her to be able to share with me what was going on for her, and provided her that space that she could share her emotions and her feelings that she was feeling right at that time, and that's been building up for her for the week. And she's been doing certain things that we've worked on, and they're so important for you to continue doing these things and finding the time to do these things as we go through these stressful times, because that's when people get unwell and sick and have breakdowns and so on and so forth. So I highly recommend that you do, where you can, still try and be a part of something, get an accountability partner or find a coach if you can, still invest that time. It's so important to invest in yourself, to stay healthy and to stay fit, mind and body. And after the call, like just her checking, she says, why do you help me to reground and remind me of all these things that I need to do and continue? And that rolls on for the rest of her week, for her to just think a bit clearer, to remind herself of doing the things that really do work for her. Sometimes, it can't be not perfect, because things change and, obstacles come up, and you've got to be able to know how to react and respond to these things that are happening, because we've got no control over those. All you have control of is the things that you can actually do, and what you can change, and how you can control your own health and own well-being. And that's what I love about what I do, and to share with you a little bit more about what I do, because I don't know if it's clear to a lot of people of what I actually do, but I help women to actually be able to get out of their own way, be calm, minimize the stress, especially at the moment. I've kind of, same kind of things, but the needs right now is around looking after the mind. A lot of my stuff I do with ladies is the mindset, staying calm, getting out of your own way, stop the self-sabotage, and minimize the stress and anxiety and depression, and being women that are stuck in that rut and use food in the wrong ways, and to deal with the emotions, and that then leads to feeling horrible about their body, feeling that they're stuck in a rut, that their clothes aren't fitting, they then don't exercise, so they're mentally in an unhappy state, their relationships get affected. There's so many different aspects that get affected by these things, and it's just a snowball effect. And so that's what I do, and I love doing that, and that's through fueling your body right, healthy choices, working on eliminating the emotional baggage, the binging, and not having restricted diets, and that yo-yo dieting that ends up being, people binge and then have such a bad relationship with food, and punish themselves once they do actually have something, and think that that's actually a bad food, and then punish themselves afterwards for doing the choices that they've actually made. But we teaching women to actually change the way they think about the habits and behaviours and things that they do in their life, and other ways to be able to handle those, and not ignore those emotions and those feelings, because those emotions and feelings, you need to be able to feel those and do something with them in a healthy way, instead of going in those cycles of self-hate and self-loathe and hate themselves, like you're an idiot. In that language, why did you do that? You're such an idiot. So that gives you a bit more of an idea. If that's something that you really need help with, and come across to my group, ladies. We're actually having tonight a happy hour where ladies, we're just coming together and have a glass of wine or have a water or a tea or whatever you want to have, and we can have some music and have a chat and collaborate and just have a bit of fun together. So if you want to come across to the group, that's 5:00 here in Brisbane, so 6 p.m. in Sydney, and we're just going to have a bit of fun, play a bit of music, if anyone's got some jokes or anything like that. So we're going to do that on Zoom in my group. So just want to give you some tips to help you to minimise your stress levels. Try and do some exercise and get moving somehow, whether it's doing exercise at home. Once again, I've got exercise in my group if you want to come over and play. If guys, I'm more than happy, like if you need some exercises and help throughout this time, please reach out. I don't have the group for that, but I'm more than happy to help you with any of these things. It's fundamental basis for males as well, so I'm more than happy to help if you need that help. So try and do some sort of exercise, go for a walk if you're still able to do that with the social social distancing. Do that the best you can. Do some yoga, some stretching, just walking or some sort of exercise. There's so much stuff you can get out there. There is a lot of stuff out there at the moment that is free, which is fantastic to be able to jump on and grab some stuff. That can be sometimes a bit more overwhelming. We've got so much abundance of information out there that can actually be confusing for people, and the action piece and that accountability and motivation, that can be the most challenging part for people. And that's where having a coach or being a part of a group and a community can really help you to have that accountability piece, which to be a part of something and feel like you're involved. And so try and get some sun if you can on a daily basis. The sun, even though we are restricted, just be able to get out and be able to have those rays on you if you can. Minimise your alcohol and caffeine and your sugar and nicotine if where possible. They're not great things for stress levels. Really work on making sure you're having enough sleep. If you're not sleeping, you're going to react and respond the next day in not a great way. And if you continue that cycle, that does really affect. Make sure that you're still eating. Fasting isn't great, and I'll go through more of that if you come across my group, but fasting is actually not great for stress when you're going through stress as well. Relaxation, try and get some relaxation. I get the teacher girl that I was talking about earlier. We were messaging and I said to her, lay on the ground with your feet up in the air, just have 5 minutes to yourself and just sit and meditate. And she's thank you, that just so relaxed me so much. And having a bath or whatever you can do, even if it's just 5 minutes. And breath work, I teach a lot of that breath work and that relaxation and meditation. Meditation. Do some things that you enjoy. Maybe pull out. I've seen a few friends that are actually pulling out, to learn how to play the guitar, or do some painting or drawing or writing or any of those things that try and do some of that stuff. Most people are having more time because you're not traveling to work and doing all those things. You might be juggling, obviously, kids and stuff, so it's adapting and everything as well. Listen to music. Get out music, play some tunes that you really love, and really try and lift that vibe and that energy level. You get up and change your physiology, it changes the psychology. So getting moving helps you to be in a better state of mind. And also, hey Jamila, how you going? Say hi if you jump on. Doing your gratitudes, writing down in your journal. Really, I've got a gratitude post that's running around at the moment. See if you can find that. There's some really beautiful stuff that people are sharing, and really being grateful for the things that you've got going on in your life now. And when you do that in your journal every day, really feel those things that you can really be truly still grateful for, even though there can feel like there's not much that we can be, but there is definitely a lot we can still be very grateful for. Hey Catherine, how you going, love? Just talking about stress and ways to work around it, and try and have a laugh where you can. If you have a friend that's always really funny, give them a call, jump on Zoom, have a call, or find a comedian that you love, or watch a movie that's really funny, one of your favorite movies or something like that. There's so many things that you can do to lift your levels of positivity and energy levels, and stop watching the news. You will find out what you need to find out. Stop watching, because they're just repeating all the things that are going on. It's just repeat, and that really can send you in such a negative state. So I highly recommend try and stay off that. Another one of my clients that I work one-on-one with, we've really been challenging her to not be on the news so much. I said, what has happened in the last 3 days that you've learnt that's any different to what you knew 3 days ago? And it was really nothing that she'd actually learned, but it was just regurgitating the same things over and over and over. We know we know things aren't fantastic at the moment, but you don't need to be listening to that all day. It's just going to send you into this downward spiral, and it's dangerous. So you need to make sure you really, really minimize that. And yeah, drink lots of water. Anyway, I'm going to go. Hope you're well. Please, if you have any questions, comment below or send me a DM. I'd love to be able to help you. Ladies, once again, come across to my group. Ladies, if you want to come to happy hour and just, as soon as we can't get out and connect, you never know, you might meet some friends, other ladies that have got kids and, live in your area, that once we are able to get out and actually socialise, you might actually make some friends. So it's at 5 o'clock on Queensland time. Just let me know and I'll give you the link to come across to my group. Love to have you. And any questions about how you can minimise your stress, let me help you. I'd love to be able to help you. Take care. Talk soon.